No one saw it coming that Christmas Eve. The snow fell in a heavy, eerie silence as a wandering memory trudged his way to town, a figure draped in a tattered red suit, once jolly, now smeared with something far darker than chimney grime. As he reached town, his shadow loomed over a small, weathered house on the corner, its windows faintly lit, holiday music blaring inside, a nostalgic echo of Christmas past. Inside, completely unaware, a grown child was having the time of his life, lost in his own world. He wasn't looking for trouble, but then he turned.
What the?
He muttered, more embarrassed than scared. The scream pierced the quiet night, and whatever was out there seemed to like the sound of it. It was the end of Christmas as we knew it. No more scratchy socks from Grandma, only the groans of the hungry horde echoing through town. No one really knows what happened that Christmas Eve. As the boy waited, excited for the ride, the train stood still in the cold night air. When he stepped aboard, the door slammed shut. Inside, the lights flickered, and a chill ran down his spine. The boy's heart skipped when he glanced at the conductor. Something felt off, yet familiar. He turned to the ticket taker, his eyes locking. The man's smile was too wide, his expression too knowing. The boy's breath caught as he walked through the carriage, glancing at the passengers, each one a version of him, older, strange, some barely recognizable. All watched him with unsettling familiarity. The train lurched forward, and outside, the world faded into endless darkness. A cold wave crept through him, like he wasn't just traveling to the next stop, but somewhere far beyond anything he'd ever imagined. He couldn't help but wonder, was he on the naughty list?
Have you ever wondered what happens to people on Santa's naughty list?
Last night, Mark scoffed at a letter from Santa warning he'd been naughty. He burned it in the fireplace, laughing, "Guess I'm off the hook." But as the clock struck midnight, the room grew icy. A deep thud-thud echoed from the roof. Mark thought it was the wind, until heavy boots stomped down his hallway. A towering figure in a tattered red suit appeared, dragging a sack that squirmed like something alive.
Did you think this was a joke?
The voice growled, icy breath swirling in the air. The sack opened, revealing glowing eyes and jagged claws ready to strike. Just as Mark screamed, everything went black. This morning, he woke up clutching another letter. This one read, "Be grateful I didn't bring the sleigh." Now he's on his best behavior. But tell me, do you think Santa's watching you? Why do we even bother with this thing? Dad joked, setting the elf on a shelf. The kids laughed, making faces at it. That night, the house changed. It started small, a chair pulled out, a cookie half-eaten. Must have been the dog, Mom muttered. By 3 a.m., toys lined the halls, their eyes glowing in the dark. At the center of it all, the elf sat, gripping a candy cane staff. By morning, the family woke to their living room transformed into a throne room. Garland wrapped the walls, toy soldiers stood guard, and there atop a pile of ornaments was the elf. It grinned. "You mocked me," it whispered, its voice crackling like fire. "Now, you're the ones on the shelf." The toys closed in, herding the Johnsons upstairs. The neighbors? They only saw the attic window later that day, with faint giggles echoing inside. It was Christmas Eve, and the Johnson family was ready for a quiet holiday. That was until the carolers showed up. At first, their cheerful voices brought a warmth to the chilly night, their laughter light and merry. But something felt off, too perfect, too rehearsed. Then the songs took a darker turn. The lyrics twisted into something personal. "You've lied to your neighbors," they sang. "You've betrayed your best friend," they crooned. The couple froze. The carolers knew secrets, things no one should know. Suddenly, the carolers stopped singing. One of them smiled. "We've come to collect," they said, their voices turning hollow. The couple tried to shut the door, but the carolers were already inside, standing still, eyes glowing, waiting for more. The whispers of their secrets echoed through the house. They couldn't run, and the carolers would never leave. Welcome to Dark by Scrapverse. Here we don't just tell stories, we summon them. We don't do happy endings here. If you crave the spine-tingling thrill of the unknown, you're in for a ride. In this realm, every tale is a fragment of a larger universe, crafted to chill your spine and ignite your imagination. Go on, go hit that subscribe button and come step into the shadows. This is Dark by Scrapbooks.